Yeah, it's gonna work out good. All right, back on the Big Chief. Working on the rear bumper. Built myself a template, cardboard CAD, courtesy of Amazon Prime. Show you what I'm doing here. All right, so I want this bumper to wrap around here. It's gonna be a spot where the cage can tie into. Somehow I'll build something for this to tie straight down into, something for the fender flares to tie into, and I want it to be able to take a hit because obviously, it's pretty dark over here, but you can see this thing gets hammered. So gonna build it strong. I've got some quarter wall 2-inch square tubing, and while I still had this chunk of fender here, I went ahead and got my design there. So that's gonna be kind of the outline. I've got all of my measurements and angles figured out. So now we'll just use the chop saw. Thank you, Ben and Marcia, for supplying me with this chop saw. Christmas present. I wanted a good used one rather than a new junky one. So can't go wrong with Milwaukee. I'm pretty excited to start using this. Should speed up the process. Let's get hacking. Okay. This first one. Like 1/4 inch. That's the wrong way. I think that's good. Here we go, first cut with the new saw. All right, had a little issue with the chop saw. This blade had the hole in the middle is all egged out, and I went to the store to get one, and I got the wrong one with the wrong hole size. I don't think they have the right hole size at my local hardware store. So I got one coming this afternoon through Amazon. So I just tried to center it the best I could and clamp it down nice and tight. It's working okay. I'm very excited to have this thing though. It is making short work of all this. So this is basically what I got going on here. I'm gonna tack these together. I'll grind these edges down, get a nice little V-notch or whatever for welding purposes, get this tacked together, and then we gotta hack off this junk so we can access and oh man, this is gonna look good. I like it. All right, got this all kind of staged and ready to tack. You want to always kind of taper your edges so you can get a good fillet weld in there. So I'm going to get this tacked together, let it cool off while I'm cutting the back off. Also, for Christmas, I got a welding jacket, and it's kind of nice to not burn through all my clothes and my skin. Need the power. All right, did some hacking. Battery died, it's all good. I'm trying to keep this piece intact because that's kind of the structural integrity for my tailgate area. And I think I can tie this in and weld this sheet metal to it so it's nice and strong. Retain that body mount, which looks to be bent. Sweet. Cut out more of the bed floor. I want to raise this up so I can raise the tank. And I think I left myself enough that this can come up. So the next step might actually be to cut the rest of this floor out so I can access the frame, but retain this section of floor to go up. I'm gonna tack this guy in. It's all right where I want it, so I better get that done. It's a balance between like trying to get it done in time and make it strong and make it look good. There's a lot into building something like this. But all right, I'm gonna tack this, cut the floor out, and probably get that tank out of there so we don't have the risk of catching fire, you know? All right, I don't know that I'm gonna raise the floor. There's still like a gap. I don't know if you can see that between the tank and the floor. And I think if I put like a rubber mat in there, I can protect the tank, still go up, you know, 1.5 inches or so. And not have to disrupt the floor. Plus that'll make, you know, sliding stuff in. Like if all this floor is the same level as the tailgate, that's gonna be nice. I don't know if the little bit of ground clearance is worth it. So I'm not gonna hack any more floor. This is gonna go here and it's gonna weld solid to the frame. And then I gotta figure out, the top of this is basically the top of the frame. Frame's like 1/4 inch lower. So I can't really do something here. I might go like angled to this piece and then do a little plate here for this down pipe to go on. And then this is 4 inches lower than that. So I'm gonna have to block it up. I've got some 4-inch square tube, this same stuff here. I might just cut a chunk, weld it solid to the top of the frame, and then that's where that angle will go. Yeah. All right, got to clean up that frame, clean this up, tack that in. All right, got this scrap piece of channel here. Gonna put right there for my pad. I decided I don't want to weld to this because the way I've done everything so far, I can still technically take the body off. So if I do a pad here, then I can do a plate that bolts and then go up to roll cage there. All right, I'm not sure where I left you off the other day, but that's where we're at. Got kind of the shape I want, and like I said, we'll plate that somehow all around, make it look cool. But for now, I'm to the point where the cage is tied in, so that's good. Some of you guys might frown upon the decision to use pipe back here, but that's not going to take a direct impact. It's going to be covered, it's internal, plus it's not around the passengers. Plus there's going to be another pipe that goes down like that. And I could even gusset it. Like, it's going to be plenty strong. They're short, it's way in the back. I think it's going to be fine. DOM's expensive. When I go to do the roof section, that will be DOM, but I'm out, so I want to just try to get this done. I've got a ton of that stuff. So, all right, now we're going to cut this section to match that side and just replicate that bumper. I've got a couple hours, let's see if we can knock it out. Right on. Looking like it's on purpose now, so that's cool. Now same drill, just now that I've got all of the angles and measurements from that side, I can knock this side out real quick, so won't bore you with the cuts. I'll just get it cut out, tacked together, moving and grooving, man. All right, cruising along here. I'm gonna get that little piece of channel put in there, cut my plate. Oh man, running out of time. I got like 25 minutes, so I haven't been filming a bunch. I just gotta get her done, you know. I think it's gonna be strong, especially with the cage tie-in right there. It's gonna be good. All right, I got this side looking like the other side. So, got the down pipe in there, got the pad all built and all that. Got a ton of welding to do. I got this chunk of 4" here that I'll cut in half and weld it solid to the frame right in there, kind of in line with this. And that will be the base for this pipe. Thinking something so it's slightly angled forward, which you can't tell from here, but it'll be the same angle as that one. So then I'll be able to put a panel here, aluminum panel here. I'll have to fill in this corner, fill this corner back in, and then an aluminum panel here. May need one more piece of support of some sort. I'm not sure if I'll go 2 bars this way or if I'll go bar at the bottom in a triangulation. That might make more sense, give it a little more strength, but something just to support that aluminum. But then this whole back section will finally be sealed off from the outside, and I won't get so much dirt and mud and crap in here. And it's gonna look cool, I think. So next time I get it out in the shop, we'll start working on all that stuff. All right, the time's come. We gotta drop this tank because the filler tubes are right where I need to put stuff, and yeah, there's a lot of welding to do around here. Got to drop this tank. Dang, dude. All right, the tank's out. There's a lot more fuel in it than I thought, so the thing was kind of heavy. But now I'm going to cut out the floor here so this bar can go down, and we'll cut our 4x4 pad. Like I showed you earlier, we've got this 4" by 4" square tube. So go ahead and hack that in half. That'll bring us up to that level. So these bars will be kind of on the same plane, which will be good. All right, got those guys burned in there fully, so that's sweet. The welder's doing awesome. That fix with the little a little piece of wax paper right there, making a huge difference. So now what I'm gonna do, I gotta cut the plates here that are gonna bolt. Then we can get these pipes in. These pipes, all those pipes. And the cage is like done except for the crossbars up there, which is sweet. And I just got a ton of welding, but it really makes me happy. The welder's doing better now that I kind of figured out that little wire feed issue. All right, got my little plates cut, tacked on there. So now I'm just trying to figure out this angle here. It's just gonna be pretty much a straight notch up here with also notching for this pipe. And then just got to figure out that angle. I think that's really going to make this thing come together. All right, got that one all cut, burned in there. Looks pretty good. So that's kind of the look I was hoping for. That'll just be a panel there. Trying to decide, like, do I really need an angle there, or can I just go, you know, right through there, and then put one in the middle to brace it. Probably makes the most sense to angle it. Dang it. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Could go from here up to there, and that would help that point that much more. I actually do like that. All right, get this side to match, and then we'll decide what we're gonna do here. All right, I like how that's looking. So I think the next thing we're gonna do is cut the bars that go right there. Get those in, and then we'll just keep evaluating as we go along here, see what we need to do. So also thinking something like that to tie those together. Plus it'll give me a place to put some trick tabs for this panel. Then we got to fill this floor back in. It's going to be good. I had to weld a piece of sheet metal in there. All right, this is looking how I want it. Got those bottom bars in. Now, I think I'm gonna hold off on this angle bar because after I was thinking about it, kind of want that one to be DOM because I really think that's gonna support that corner. And in counting on it as a support for the actual C-pillar, I want it to be a DOM. So I'm gonna hold off on that one. But we can get, ooh, that's hot right there. We can get these guys in there. So I'll cut that, get it in. And then we'll move on to plating these corners, get this bumper finished up. Yeah, it's looking so good. All right, I got all that burned in. And I really like how it looks. I think, yeah, getting a DOM piece from there to there is really gonna strengthen up the C-pillar area. And then I can sheet it with some aluminum. And this is finally sealed off from the outside. Won't get so much dirt and crap inside, which would be great. I just welded the bottom side of all that. So now we can start building the plate or capping that end with plate, making it look good, making it look like a finished bumper. The plan is cut a piece of angle. That'll be the inside piece. So I'll get that up and tacked in there. Then I should be able to run pieces of plate from this down to that angle. We'll start right here with this triangle right there. And then start building little cardboard templates to figure out the rest of it. All right, got that piece of angle in there. Now, this piece I don't really need a template for because I can just measure the length and the height. So 2 by 5.5, cut that little piece, get it in there like that. It's gonna look pretty good. Yeah, dude, that's gonna be awesome. I mean, I like that. Yeah, that's gonna look sweet. It's gonna be a good place to smack the rocks. You can't even tell that's pushed up. So if I get it out in the open and I think it looks stupid, I'll cut it off and do something different, but I think it's gonna be good. Sweet. Let's cut that little piece. Nice. Sweet deal, that looks good. So now, just gotta knock out the other side and make it look like this side the best I can. I also want to fill in this spot here, and eventually this will be capped, but I want to wait until I figure out my fenders here, because that's going to be a slight angle there. So I'll hold off on that, but I want this to all be sealed so it won't get full of mud and all that crap. So yeah, dude, right on. Well, I'm gonna bust out the other side. I don't have much time left today, so I'll check in with you when I get that one looking like this one. All right, making good headway here. This side all plated up. Did some more cardboard CAD. Made a template for that. Cut this guy out. That'll go in there. I'm gonna get some magnets to make sure it's flat across there. Tack that guy in. It's gonna be a tank. All right, I got those little pieces tacked in. Looks pretty good. And I taped the fender back on because I had to see what it looked like. So I think that's gonna look pretty good. That fender comes down a little bit, I think. And if not, it's okay to have a little space there. But plus I'm getting all new quarter panels eventually. So yeah, and I want to figure out a way where they can just bolt on so I can replace them as needed. But I'm really liking how this is turning out. It's looking so cool. Yeah, dude. So anyway, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I got a ton of welding to do. Probably not gonna record any of that because it's just me burning up wire. But the next Chief video, we're finally tackling that transfer case, building the doubler. So yeah, I'm gonna switch gears and work on drivetrain because I'm far enough along with the fab work. Feel confident I can just weld for an hour here and there to get it all done. But it ain't gonna go to the Rubicon with no drivetrain. So that's the next step. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We got merch, link down in the description. Wheel it, wreck it, wrench it, repeat. See you next time.